Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. With me, I've got a neutral fan just come out to enjoy the game. Phil, give us your instant reaction to what we saw.
Well, I mean, it was a game of really of two mistakes, and I think both mistakes led to goals, and there was not much else in it, really. That was my take on it.
Dan James came on to make an instant impact against his former club. What did you think of Dan James today?
Well, I mean, he did a good job, and but it was a rather dull game all round, I thought.
Yeah. Now, take off your Fulham Manchester United hat, put on your England hat. Talk to me about England in the World Cup. How do you think they'll get on?
England have a chance, but they've got to do better than they've done over the last few games.
Yes.
So I think it's all up to them now, and we'll just give a wish them all the best.
What did you think of the 26-man squad going to Qatar for England?
It was more or less as expected, but there will always be one or two controversies. But being a Man City fan, I thought there was a good representation there.
How are you supporting Man City, Bill? What's going on?
My brother supports Man United.
All right, say no more. Pitch football, Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Tough game for the Fulham fans. Give us your instant reaction to the game, Callum.
Gutted, to be honest, that we've let it go that late. But if I'm being honest, probably been the best side throughout the whole game, bar maybe 10 minutes inside the game. Gutted. But look, considering where we was last year in the Championship and what we did last time was in the Prem, unreal, mate. Much better.
Talk to me about Dan James. Instant impact today against his former club. What did you think of his performance?
You know what? I'm probably one of his harsher critics. I don't think he offers a lot. But coming on today, different man. The ball's into the box. Listen, if that's Mitrovic and not Vinicius, I think we probably score 4 or 5 today. That's probably being generous to United. I think Lindelof was absolutely shocking, and Martinez lost his head against Pereira. So I'd have hated to see what he'd have done against Mitro, to be honest.
I was going to say that. It's clear Frauti's in the Man United team. What do you make of the United squad at the moment?
Do you know what? I think they're going in the right direction. I think they're a few players away from being where they need to be, especially at the top. And I think their squad depth's where it's probably going to let them down a little bit. I think if Casemiro doesn't start, he doesn't control that midfield anywhere near as much as they did in times today. What he said, mate. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like they'll be about up there. I don't think they'll be challenging for the title in the next year or two, but they'll be in the top 4 easy.
Take off your Fulham hat, put on your England hat. Talk to me about the 26-man squad Gareth Southgate's announced. What are your thoughts on it?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I don't think there's much wrong with it. I'm not too sure if I'd have taken a couple of them, especially. I'm trying to think now, but Ward-Prowse is one that was in and out. I think that's the right decision. Tomori, I think that's the right decision. Can't fault Maguire. Obviously, didn't play tonight. Every time he's played for England, been class. And I think that's the right decision to take him, to be honest. I think Tomori has played well in the league, which I don't think the league standard is too great out there. And every time he's played in the Champions League, I don't actually think he's looked that good. So I think it's probably... there's not many trying to think now, but obviously Wilson's one that you could argue with. But then again, Tony, as a Fulham fan, I would normally say don't take Tony, but look, Tony's been unreal and I think he deserved to go, to be honest.
He's a little bit hard done by Tony, the fact he's not included.
Yeah, 100%. But I think I was saying earlier to my friend, I think Tony's quite similar to Kane. I think when Tony receives the ball, he finds himself in space and then drives forward. Whereas Wilson, he'll just sit in the box and get you goals. And I think that's why he's gone for that, because it's another way of playing. I think Kane, like you say, like he does for Spurs, drops in, wins the ball from deep, goes forward with the ball. But I think Wilson will just sit in that box. If we need a goal, a bit like Mitro, really. I know Mitro comes a bit deeper now, but he's always in there to score goals, and that's what we missed today.
Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Tough result for Fulham. Give us your instant reaction to the game.
I think it was a fairly balanced game. I think Fulham deserve a draw. It was just unlucky at the end that United scored. But overall, enjoying that. Not enough bite, but good, entertaining.
Yeah. Fulham just lacked that goal today. That extra goal if Mitrovic was there.
Yeah. If he was there, he would have made a difference. But he wasn't, and that probably was the difference. Yeah.
What did you think of the Manchester United team today?
I think mediocre, not ebullient enough. I mean, they didn't perform. I think a lot of them were saving themselves for the World Cup.
Yeah, it makes sense with the World Cup so close. It's such a strange one, isn't it?
I know. Yeah. Overall, not bad game.
What are your thoughts on the season being interrupted for the World Cup with the winter break?
Well, I don't like the idea of going to Doha in the first place. I think I'm against everything the government do. And I mean, if tomorrow they say the World Cup has been postponed or go to another country, I'll be more than happy. Yeah.
Talk to me about Gareth Southgate's squad, the England squad that he's named the 26-man squad. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, there are one or two players I would have liked to see in. I mean, I don't know why they're still playing Henderson. I mean, he doesn't deserve to be in there. Otherwise, I mean, there's been injuries like Rhys James and all that. So it's hard to, until you see them performing, some people will excel and play above themselves. So just hope for the best.
What are your thoughts on Ivan Toney and Tammy Abraham missing out of the squad?
Disappointing, but sometimes you tend to pick players playing in your league rather than from abroad. But some people are bound to be disappointed and missing out. Every team does that.
I think England got a chance 6-1 with the bookies. Do you think they got a realistic chance of bringing it home?
No. There are far better teams. There are far better teams: Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, Spain, Italy. Oh, Italy?
No, Italy.
Holland. They've got a few.
We always mention
quarter-final, maybe.
Yeah, we always mention Holland. They never seem to turn up. So it might be their tournament.
Yeah.
Might be their tournament. Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Tough defeat for Fulham. One of the youngest Fulham fans with me. Give me your instant reaction to the game.
Well, Man United are an absolute embarrassment. So, last minute goal, the goal that we scored, was a bit dodgy. But I think the last minute was a let down by far. It was a letdown, yeah.
I think Fulham were the better team today. They deserve more out of the game.
I mean, first half, I think Man United were probably better, but in the second half, Fulham were, dominating it.
Talk to me about the England squad, the 26-man going. What were your thoughts on the squad when it was announced?
I mean, I thought that he could have picked a bit better. I thought Sancho could have been in it, but...
Sancho?
Yeah, he's good. England,
He's one of the players. I've not seen many people moaning about not being there, to be honest.
I mean, I think he is quite good. I think he should have been in the squad, but I think,
What are your thoughts on Tony and Tomori? Tony and Tomori missing out.
Fine with that, to be honest. Yeah, I think we could be fine without them personally.
Is it coming home or are we going home? What are your thoughts on it?
I reckon we'll get into the finals. Definitely. I reckon we'll win. Hopefully at least.
Pitch footy, Fulham 1, Manchester United 0. Tough result for Fulham. Give us your instant reaction to the game.
Oh mate, absolutely gutted, yeah. I mean, that's 2 weeks on a row now losing. I thought Man United were embarrassing as well, as meant to be a big side. But Fulham were brilliant, absolutely battered them in the second half, gutted.
It must be tough as a Fulham fan when you play so well and get no points at home.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's, City away as well. But I mean, the team are just such a joy to watch this season compared to, when we were up last time 2 years ago. Just really enjoying the season actually. But obviously, heartbreaking today, mate.
If I said to you at the start of the season, you'd be placed where you are before the winter break. Would you accept that?
Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, we all thought we were going to be bottom three. And we've competed in every single game as well. Other than when we got beaten by Newcastle, when we had the player sent off, every game we've competed in. Spurs away, we were in it till the end. And today, I mean, Manchester embarrassing, absolute embarrassment they were. Meant to be a big side. I'm embarrassed for them.
Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. We're outside the ground. Give us your instant reaction to the game.
Gutted, really. Absolutely gutted. The last minute. It wasn't even the last minute, I wouldn't have thought, but that's twice in 2 weeks.
It's tough to take when it happens like that, isn't it?
Oh, shocking. We should have won that game as well, I reckon. It was a great start, great finish, but the last minute just threw it away. Just should have held on. I wouldn't have brought on him personally, but I'd have brought another defender on just to shore it all up a little bit, but he gutted to throw it away. But still 10th with going to Christmas break. It's a good start.
I was going to say, at the start of the season, before the World Cup, someone said to you, you'll be 10th, the break's coming up. Would you have took that?
100%. We're playing really well and just unlucky not to keep winning. Unlucky.
How would a World Cup break affect Fulham?
Mitrovic's foot is a concern. He's got broken bones in his feet. I think we'll buy in January to strengthen. But staying up now is the key. If we can finish 15th, 16th, it'll be a result.
Take off your Fulham hat. Talk to me about England. What do you think of the 26-man squad Gareth Southgate's named for the World Cup?
Probably the best that he could do with injuries, I would have thought. I'm not sure if we can get out of the group. It's probably a good start. Quarterfinals at the best. I don't think we're as good as we think we are, being honest. But yeah, quarterfinals. You know, getting out of the group. Probably could have taken maybe one or two sort of left-footed people for the defence. I think we've got Trippier at left, but apart from that, I'm not sure who else will start. So maybe we'll start with 3 at the back and go 5 in the middle. But yeah, I don't think it's much choice.
Where will England finish in the World Cup? Is it coming home or are we going home?
Going home.
We're going home! We're going home!
Yeah, going home. We're not quarterfinals at best.
Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Tough result for Fulham. Simon, give us your instant reaction to the game.
Oh, you know what? Fulham had the chances in the second half. United had chances in the first half. Either team could have won it. It was, God, a shock at the end, really. A jammy result. Well, not jammy, just last-minute result.
Tough to take when Fulham by far held their own today. Played really well.
Definitely. I thought they played well. They had control of the game, really. And then, just a bit of bad luck at the second half, really. They could have won it in the second half easily, couldn't they?
Dan James come on, had an instant impact for Fulham. Talk to me about Dan James.
He was fantastic. He had the beating of every player on the other side and good quality. Bit better luck, and then it would have been 2-1, 2-0.
Take off your Fulham hat, put on your England hat a moment. Talk to me about Gareth Southgate's 26-man squad for Qatar.
Oh yeah, well I think seeing the matches yesterday, Ivan Toney, maybe that's a mistake not having him in it. I mean, I know that's a gut reaction from one result, but I think he's quality. Hey, we'll see. I'm not too hopeful, unfortunately.
I was going to say that. Where do you think England will end up?
I don't think they're going to win it. I think semis, quarters, we'll be happy.
Not coming home.
No, not at all.
Pitch football, Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. Give me your instant reaction to the game. How do you assess that?
Very, very unlucky not to get something out of that game. I thought second half we played really well. Should have got something out. It's very, very unlucky. Last minute game, yeah.
Results like that are hard to take as a Fulham fan when you've played so well throughout the game.
Well, yeah, because I think we deserved that, to tell the truth. And we come back from it, and our second half was ours.
Who played really well for Fulham today? Who do you think's doing the stuff?
Willian.
Yeah. He's been quite an astute signing, hasn't he, Willian?
Yes. We've done well with him. It seems like he needed a bit of nurturing from the manager, and he's come through.
If you think where Fulham were a couple of seasons ago to where they are now, it's been a remarkable transition in the club's turns of fortunes.
Yeah, of course, definitely. We've had 7 years of hurt down here, to say the truth, and we've come through.
Now, take off your Fulham hat, put on your England hat. Talk to me about the 26-man squad going to Qatar. In your opinion, the right squad, what would you have done different?
Basically, I think he's got a fairly good squad, but I would have gone really for a better up front.
I think you're thinking of Ivan Toney, who played against Manchester City against Brentford, for Brentford.
I think they made a mistake there, to tell you the truth. Yeah. They had a chance of getting an informed player, and I think it's going to be a mistake.
Where will England finish in the World Cup? Where do you see the boys going?
Right in the pussy.
Quarter-final.
It's not coming home.
No.
Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. With me, I've got a Fulham fan all the way from New York City. Great to have you with us, sir.
Absolutely. Unbelievable atmosphere, great game, so much fun. Unfortunate ending. Fulham, go Fulham. Cheers.
What made you become a Fulham fan? It's quite a random team to support from all the way from New York.
Yeah, love the atmosphere here. Been here 4 or 5 times. Just a great time. Been to the big stadiums. Don't compare to this place. It's the best. Cheers.
I just want to break it to you. We call it soccer here. We don't call it soccer here. We call it football. It's a different terminology.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and absolutely right. And my apologies on that. And go Fulham.
Yeah. England have got USA in the World Cup. Big game for England. Give me your thoughts on that match. How will it be? How will it play out?
Plays out Thanksgiving in America Friday. Big day in America. 1-1 draw.
It's going to be a big result. A lot of TV around the world watching that, especially with it being Thanksgiving and a big game for England as well.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Love Kane. Got to root for America, though. A lot of Americans on Fulham, too, so let's go. Let's go.
Fulham 1, Manchester United 2. We're outside the ground. Tough result for Fulham. How do you think the game played out?
I think the game was lovely still. It was from end to end. non-stop drama, and that's my type of football. Still a bit rough too.
Hard on Fulham when they play so well and get nothing out of the game.
Nah, it's true, but like I said, innit, the better team won in my opinion today. So yeah.
Dan James came on for Fulham, made an instant impact. Used to play for Manchester United. Pleased to see him cracking on, doing well at Fulham.
Yeah. I think that was a great performance from him, especially considering that that was his old team. So yeah, it's nice that he scored a goal, and yeah.
Talk to me about the World Cup. What's your instant reaction to the 26-man squad? Gareth Southgate's name for Qatar.
I think the squad is quite questionable. Like certain players are missing. Like in my opinion, I understand the reason why he didn't put Reece James there, but like Ivan Toney and leaving Wilson out, that was a bit questionable. And putting in Maguire, which has hardly played enough football, is quite questionable in my opinion. Yeah.
Kelvin Phillips as well is a real worry. 1 minute of Premier League. He's technically played one more minute than you this season. So yeah, it depends on your point of view and how you stand with things.
Yeah, but I feel like putting Maguire in the squad it's not really it, especially considering like I have nothing against Maguire, but it's just his performance of late have not been top scratch.
The thing is, he morphs into someone else when he puts an England shirt on. He's been pretty reliable for England in the past.
Yeah, but you could say that. But I remember against Italy when he let that guy score in behind. So it's a 50-50 in my opinion. But I do get where you come from when you said that he plays better in England's shirt, which is true.
It's like Pickford. He turns into prime Peter Schmeichel when he puts that England shirt on, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it coming home or are we going home?
Let's be realistic. We've been saying it's coming home for the longest. I don't think it's coming home this year. It's not. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I hear that. Listen.
You know who's winning it? Cristiano Ronaldo. Silly.
Coincidentally, if Argentina get to the final, that will be Messi's 1,000th game. It's quite an interesting stat. Could be scripted.
I feel like that would be great to watch, considering he's had an amazing career as a footballer and as a player, and for him to carry on that, even playing a deeper role than usual, is amazing still. So yeah.